Welcome to another episode of Lowcountry All-Stars. I'm your host, Chloe G, and alongside me here is my co-host, Matt Golden. Now, it's finally basketball season, which means we have double the action for you guys. Kicking things off, Matt was able to watch the Beaufort Eagles girls and boys basketball game. So Matt, why don't you give us a rundown about what you saw?
We had the Beaufort Eagles boys basketball hosting Ashley Ridge, an electric atmosphere at the Eagles' Nest. This was Beaufort's first home game and Eagle Nation was ready. Here we see Samari Bonds driving the lane and picking up the and one. Big man Garrett Willis grabs a nice rebound here and gets it over to Bonds for two. And then look at this defensive effort from Bonds. He's a fun one to watch for this Beaufort squad. Once again, we see Garrett Willis doing work in the paint, coming up with this and one. And then some nice ball movement by the Eagles that leads to the bucket from who else but Samari Bonds. Great effort by the Eagles, but they fall short 60-49. On the girls' end, Ashley Ridge dominated the Lady Eagles 79-19. Here's what Beaufort boys head coach Jeremy Huff had to say about the good things he saw from the squad.
First off, we didn't give up. We fought hard. I don't know what we scored in the second half, 25 or 26 points, and those guys just didn't give up. And that's kind of what we've seen at practice. We played in the preseason tournament. This is the first regular season game. They're a well-coached, well-disciplined team. They got a couple really good guys, and we played hard and played well. Saw a lot of bright spots, saw some things we need to work on, but definitely, think that we can only go up from here.
Sounds like a tough game on both accounts, but hey, both squads were able to go and pick up some wins against Whale Branch. For now, we're going to be switching gears over to Battery Creek. The girls got off to a slow start, struggling to land any buckets. They only scored 6 in the first quarter, but things picked up in the second. At one point in the third quarter, the two teams were tied up at 22, but our B-Stall Warriors were able to run away with it after picking up a couple of key takeaways.
Well, honestly, I think that we can strive to get or win the conference championship. We are a very young team. Most of our team will come back next year, so we lost a lot of our starters from last year. So it is sort of a rebuilding, but the expectation is definitely striving for the conference championship.
But switching gears to the boys, they dominated straight from the tip. They held Stall to just 2 points in the first quarter, and they were up 19-10 by halftime. Things really came alive in the fourth quarter when the Dolphins put up 31 points. Elijah Mathis was the clear leader, scoring 17 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a whopping 5 steals. Overall, it was a great outing by the Dolphins.
Now moving on to wrestling, the Beaufort Eagles were able to get an easy win over the Cross Stingrays. They were able to build quite the cushion due to Cross forfeiting some of their lighter weights. Overall, the Eagles stood on their business and closed out the win 57-24. In their second round, first John Paul II, they faced more of a challenge. The Golden Warriors started off with a 12-0 lead and even got up to a 21-6 deficit. The middle and heavyweights for Beaufort were able to clutch up and take the come-from-behind win 42-39.
And every Monday, we are going to have our Fan Frenzy of the Week. And this week, it's Beaufort High. They showed up and showed out at both of the basketball games. They weren't just cheering, but they were very engaged in the game, and they had those stands completely full. They really changed the atmosphere for the Eagles.
And that's going to do it for Lowcountry All-Stars. Be sure to join us every week for new episodes on Mondays and Thursdays.